Hi, my name is John Vakidis, and I'm a healthcare marketing expert with DoctorLogic. DoctorLogic is a technology and marketing company that powers websites and SEO and other digital marketing campaigns for over 3,000 healthcare providers in the US. Today's topic, SEO 101, will help you better understand how you can rank organically online with Google. Now, before we dive into search engine optimization, let's discuss what a healthy digital marketing strategy looks like. Your website is the central piece of everything you're doing online. It is your online brick and mortar that represents your brand to the public. SEO is the first part of your foundation that you should be focused on to begin to generate leads online. It is a long term play. It does take time, sometimes months, to rank for particular terms. There are thousands upon thousands, sometimes millions of pages of content relative to certain topics online. So, your goal is to stand out and make sure that you rank on page one of Google so that you can acquire leads so that when patients are actively looking for a treatment for their condition or they're looking for a service that you offer, that your site can rank. Now, one of the things you can do to expedite SEO is to add content to the site, like blogs, for example. We're going to talk about this in more depth today as we discuss content and how it impacts SEO. But those blog articles, once they're live on the website, they can be pushed back out in social media posts, and they can be pushed out in your email marketing efforts to educate the inbound leads and your database of patients that you treat. Social media is a great way for you to stay in front of your existing patients and potential patients who might be following you so they can read educational content like blog posts. They can see humorous posts so they can learn more about your personality. You can discuss the new technologies that you've recently added to the practice and so on. So it's not, social media is important. We are social creatures by nature, but it's not the only thing you should be doing within your digital marketing efforts, since where a lot of doctors tend to navigate, but there's other things that you can do to generate leads. Email marketing is an inexpensive way to ensure ROI from all of these other efforts, and it's a way for you to stay in front of your existing patients with newsletters, also to stay in front of your inbound leads with pieces of content you've developed within the website to educate them and help them engage. Paid advertising is another way to get found on Google so that when someone's actively looking for you, you can target up to 25,000 different keyword patterns relative to the procedures that you offer and the conditions that you treat and all the variations of those terms. And when I show you in a few minutes, you'll see that there are a lot of ways that someone might search for you. And so your SEO might be targeting specific keywords. Paid advertising can help you pick up the slack faster. It only takes a few days to a week to start seeing some leads come in from paid advertising versus SEO can take several months. Video marketing is another form of content that when it's put on the website, it can form like content marketing. You can take those videos, you can push them out on social media, and you can push them out in your email marketing efforts. So all of these things work together to help you generate leads to the website. Now, today's subject, SEO 101. Let's talk about it. There are three aspects of content that your website should feed to Google. And so Google's a lot like Pac-Man. It's hungry and it wants to devour content. So our goal is to give it what it wants. Number one, quality content. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Number two, quantity of quality content. And number three, frequency. How often are you adding new content to the website? So let's discuss each of these three bullets. Quality content. Let's take an example of a procedure page. You want to have an overview about the procedure, techniques and technology that is used. Who are typically the best candidates for that procedure? What is the recovery time? Are there any safety risks? Pricing, FAQs that are commonly asked during your consults. This is the type of content that helps create a quality page within the website. This page can also be a resource where people can link to other pages within the website to dive deeper. They can read the reviews related to that procedure. They can watch videos related to that procedure or the technology that you're utilizing. They can read blog articles, listen to podcasts, and so on. So that procedure page should be a robust page to help consumers find what they're looking for. And this is often where people will come to within the website through doing a Google search. Now, in addition to that procedure page, you still need a lot more content. That's why well-written procedure pages, doctor bios, facility pages, technology pages, reviews, blog articles, videos, and podcasts can form other forms of content within the website to give signals to Google that you are an authority on that subject and that you have a lot of relative content for those active searches. Thirdly, is frequency of content. When you build a website, you have the content written by an agency or you write it, those pages need to be optimized. But in addition to that, how much new content are you adding beyond the initial build? Has it been 12 months or 6 months before you've made a change? Or are you adding something a little bit more frequently, like every 3 months, every month, or every week? The more frequently you can add quality content, the more relevant you're going to be to Google and give Google a reason to come back and index and rank the site. So let's take the procedure LASIK as part of our subject today and discuss this. So LASIK by itself, that's just a single keyword, and it can have high search volume, but it's less likely to become a patient right away because they're at the beginning stages of their search and their journey. As they start to add keywords to that, LASIK reviews, LASIK costs, LASIK devices, LASIK um, providers, right? That's a middle tail search. It's a little bit more educated. They're further down the buying funnel, so it has lower search volume than LASIK by itself, but it has a higher conversion rate because they're further down the funnel. Now, if they're searching by voice, for example, and they're like, who are the best candidates for LASIK procedure or LASIK reviews for the top surgeons in my area, really long tail, that's more specific. And with the advent of voice search a few years ago, SEO has really evolved quite a bit in the last 3 years. 2 years ago, 25% of all mobile search was done by voice. And ComScore predicted that by 2020, the year that we're in today, that half of all search would be done by voice. And we're beginning to see it trend in that direction. So, with searches becoming more commonly done by voice, they're becoming more long tail. It's going to require more combinations of more pieces of content within your site. So that's why quality content and quantity of content and pushing out frequently is so important. So take this procedure like LASIK. Look at all the ways that someone might search for LASIK, whether they're very generic in their search, they're just typing in eye surgery, or maybe they're further down the buying funnel and they're looking for cost or pricing information. Or maybe they're wanting to know who are the best candidates. What's the difference between LASIK and LASIK, right? There are so many ways that someone might search for this procedure, and your goal is to get found for as many keyword patterns as possible. Now, if you'd like to dive deeper into SEO, DoctorLogic has recently released a new ebook called SEO 101 for Doctors, and it's very specific about SEO strategies to healthcare and then ways to measure your success. On this page where this video resides, you will find a link to where you're able to download that book and begin your reading that today. Now, I'd also like to offer you a free digital marketing session with me. I'm a healthcare marketing expert. I've been consulting practices like yours for about 7 years. I was with an agency for about 2 years. And then when I saw the technology and everything DoctorLogic was doing, I jumped over here as fast as I could because there's nothing else like it on the market. So I've consulted about 700 practices, and I'm sure I can help bring some things to light for you when we meet. I've got clients that were ranking for 10 or 20 keyword pages, 10 or 20 keywords on page one of Google that are now ranking for hundreds of keyword patterns, and I'd like to show you some examples. In 2019, DoctorLogic did an analysis for all of the customers that we serve, and for those that were on our platform a year or longer, our average client grew their lead volume by 352%. So we have a way to significantly help you get found for more keyword patterns, help you acquire more leads through the website through better conversion elements and better navigation. And also, we have tracking to help you measure all those leads. So if you'd like to set up a session with me, just call or text me at this number. There's also a link below here for you to be able to schedule an appointment on my calendar. and we can meet. I'll spend about an hour doing a research on your website and also two of your competitors in your market before I meet with you. And then I ask for an hour of your time. So I'll spend 2 hours to help you better understand how you can be more successful online, whether you choose to partner with me or not. So you really have nothing to lose. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and I welcome the opportunity to talk with you in more depth. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.